Good morning. War Prophets. Sunday of War Prophets. April 25, 2021. War Prophets are praying in America, Las Vegas, in Sunday morning, 3 a.m. of April 25, 2021. As he's shooting a praying session.
We're following that breaking news for you. We're standing by live for a press conference on that deadly shooting on the Strip. Lieutenant Ray Spencer is speaking now. Let's listen in.
I'm the homicide lieutenant with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm out here this morning to brief you on a homicide investigation that we are conducting on Las Vegas Boulevard near the intersection of Harmon. The details that I have right now are very preliminary, but at around 3 o'clock this morning, a group of males were involved in an altercation at the Hawaiian Marketplace, which is located directly behind me. At some point during that altercation, the suspect pulled out a handgun and shot the victim 1 time, striking and killing him in front of the business. At that point, after the shooting, the suspect then started to flee on foot along Las Vegas Boulevard. 2 individuals began to follow the suspect. We do not know exactly what transpired after that. However, one of the males who was following the suspect then pulled something or picked up something and threw it at the suspect. We think it's potentially a rock that was thrown at the suspect who was in possession of the firearm. He then turned around and shot 3 more times, striking the second person in the leg. That male was transported to Sunrise Trauma, where he is currently sedated. However, his injuries are described as non-life-threatening. There's a third person who was actually struck with a ricochet who did not require transportation to the hospital. So at this point, we have 1 deceased male who is a black male in his mid-20s. We have a second black male who has been transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. He's also a black male in his mid-20s, and the suspect who was transported for the injury received from the object thrown to his head. He is currently in custody. He is a black male in his mid-20s. So again, still early on, but I will take a couple questions if you have them.
Where was the suspect taken into custody? How long after this incident happened?
So within a minute or 2 after the incident occurred, he was taken into custody inside near a local, there's a motel on the Strip where he was taken into custody. Responding patrol officers were in the area within a minute of the actual call taking place. It was the responding patrol officer who observed the suspect. When the patrol officer took him into custody, he was in possession of the murder weapon.
Now, do we have any indication that these individuals knew each other before this shooting transpired?
Still don't know exactly what led up to the shooting or what the relationship is. So that's what we're looking into now, trying to determine. We urge anybody who has any information to reach out to us, and you can do that through Crime Stoppers as well.
Final thing I've got here is just as a police officer, there's got to be a concern of gunfire on the Strip. Is there anything that's different about something happening here than there would be other places in terms of the concern for officers trying to keep people safe?
As far as the location of the crime, there's a tremendous amount of resources that we have on Las Vegas Boulevard, and I point out that we had officers on scene within a minute of the shooting occurring. So it's a very heavily policed area and low crime area at that. So again, I just urge anybody who has any information to reach out to us.
It looks like these guys are out of town.
We believe there is 1 person is at least from out of town. The suspect is a local resident from what we've learned at this point.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you guys.